Hi guys, my name is Austin Fry. I'm in Intro to Speech. I'm going to give you a little bit about how criticism plays a role in your life and why it's important and how it affects you as a person. I'm using, you know, citations from best-selling author Scott Bertram, Lisa Rankin, who wrote on Psychology Today's website. It's very credible, and Nicole Lindsay on Forbes, which is also a big time news article. Imagine yourself as an actor. You just got finished in a starring role on Broadway. The next morning, you're reading an article written by a critic. Criticism is a key role in development. Winston Churchill once wrote, criticism may not be agreeable, but it's necessary. It fulfills the same function as pain in the body. It calls attention to an unhealthy state of things. Best-selling author Scott Bertram, wrote an article about the importance of critical feedback. He said the number one thing to do is to listen, because when you listen, you don't generalize what someone says, rather than focus on the problem. When you focus on the problem, you're more likely to get to a solution. By listening, you tend to ask questions, and the more questions you ask, the more answers you get. So by listening, you are more likely to get towards improvement. Although listening is important, there are more steps in critical feedback. Lisa Rankin wrote her tips to criticism on Psychology Today's website. She says one of the most important things to do is to be humble, because when you're humble, you take away from your ego. Your ego tends to justify a lot of the things you do, and so when you take out your ego from the equation, you have a lot more room to improve as a person. Lisa also says it's very important to forgive yourself, because when you have a harsh critique or you're criticizing yourself, you're often left with a bruised ego, which is completely natural. It's a normal thing. But when you forgive yourself, you kind of let yourself know that no one's perfect and it's okay. And then you move forward. Now that I told you how to receive, I'll kind of touch base on why it's important. Nicole Lindsay wrote an article on Forbes website titled Taking Criticism Like a Champ. Taking criticism the right way can help you in different relationships, work productivity, and even people skills. Receiving criticism gives you more of like an inner perspective look on how others see you. So it kind of gives you like a bird's eye view on yourself as a person. This creates a vantage point that isn't really easily accessible. The last and final step in receiving criticism is to thank the person. When you thank the person who just critiqued you, you kind of leave on like a positive note rather than just like not say anything, go forward. That way you let that person know like you can take it first off, so you're more likely to get it in the future. So they'll critique you again and you'll keep growing as a person. By seeing how criticism plays a role in your life, it's important that you utilize it. Understanding how and why criticism works directly affects you. Thank you for your time. I hope this helps.